Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rockingham for the running of the 21st race of the season, the Subway 450, here at this mile-long track, just over a mile, about mile point 17, 1.17 miles, but yeah, welcome. This is the second time we go to Rockingham, of course, and yeah, we're going, I believe, 60. I think we're going 89 laps around this track, and yeah, second trip to Rockingham. Your previous winner at your last time we went here, the winner was NROL, but he is starting all the way back here in 40th, so not a good qualifying run for Rowe, but he'll definitely have a hard time defending his title at this track, I guess. But yeah, Jeremiah Kenson, your Charlotte winner, starts on the pole. Keith Scott starts second, currently trying to stay inside that chase bubble. Caleb Campbell gets third, could have won Rockingham if he didn't get caught in that wreck. Fourth, Jonathan Rains, and running your top five is Herjo Alonso. Yeah, Johnny Gardner in sixth. Adam Lewis in seventh. John Gilbert eighth. Riley Spurley too, your first Raceway driver, in ninth, and Al Agassi qualifies 10th. Couple of good stories up here in the front, starting up here. Mike gets another one. He already got a win, of course, at Charlotte, but with the pole here at Rockingham, he could get another one. Despite already being locked into the chase, he can get another one. So, yeah, let's go down for the command. And I missed it, but yeah, cars getting ready to roll off here for 89 laps around Rockingham. It'll be an interesting race here. 21st race of the season, of course. We can see a repeat winner or a first-time winner. People, as we're only 5 races away from the chase now, people are gonna. It's just about go time if we want to get into that chase, but here we are. And green flags in the air at Rockingham. And 17 gets a good jump off the start. Let's pull up the ticker. Down the back stretch for the first time today, but not the first time this season. It's Caleb Campbell right behind Jeremiah Kenson right now. Remember, every lap led is a bonus point. If you lead the most laps, that's 5 bonus points, so that can help you a lot in the points. Caleb Campbell hanging behind that 17 car right now. Herjo Alonso up to third. Caleb Campbell looking low. Not gonna get there though. So Mike Henson able to hold the lead for 2 laps now. Take a look back here. Adam Lewis, Riley Spurley tube up into the top 5. Your Johnny Gardner, your pole sitter last time here, jumping into the top 5. Still Jeremiah Kenson right now up front. You see Jay Jefferson back there, and yeah, I don't know where he started. I think he started 11th. Jeremiah Kenson going through the corners. Still leading here. Caleb Campbell is not off his tail, definitely not. The field's straining out here. Like I said, well, I didn't say this, but going off of what happened last time here, the green flag runs are usually pretty long. Sorry about what happened there, that was weird. But, pretty sure my mic's on. Oh, inside for the lead, Caleb Campbell. I was checking if my mic was on, because last time we went here at Rockingham, my mic was off for some reason, but Caleb Campbell goes to the lead. So Mike Henson fell off quite a bit, as Caleb Campbell did get the lead at Rockingham. He led for a bit before he wrecked in like a... I can't take a look if my mic's on. Well, it is, okay. Okay, mic's on. Caleb Campo now has the lead. He has one win this season, so he is locked into the chase. The one win came at Talladega from the pole. Started third this race, and now he's got a pretty good lead over Jeremiah Kenton. He's got a couple of Fords behind him, though all for different teams. Two cool racing cars up front. In the top 5, you got Roddy Spurley Tube, Raceway driver, and Jeremiah Kenton second right now. He's already won. Got Coca-Cola Racing Team their first win before Isaac Nichols made them go back-to-back. That team was the last team to sign up, so you're getting really lucky because, you know, odds are a lot lower when you're signing up a bit later as your top 10 is the field starting to string out a bit here. We still got a bit of too wide back here, you know. Last time I went to Rockingham early on, someone flipped over. I think it might have been Jonathan Rains, who fallen all the way back to... falling way back. Look at Alexander Rose already up here. He's been... Man, look at that. He started in 40th, and he's all the way up to 17th now. I don't know how he did that, but that's... good as Jonathan Rains falling all the way back to about around 20th. These guys are making moves. Quentin Moore and Alexander Rowe. I think Quentin Moore also started near the back. Yeah, he did. These guys are making moves pretty quick as the, let's take a look at the fastest car on track. Caleb Campo is pulling away a bit. The fastest car on track is Johnny Garner. This is Johnny Garner's best track. He almost won it. Last time we went here, ended up getting second to Alexander Rowe, who is on the charge. But Rowe isn't even the fastest. Rowe's all the way back. Yeah, Rowe's only 16th fastest. That's... wow. So these guys are getting back close together, it looks like. Ben Crouch into the top 10, holding off Roger Ray, who also had problems in the last Rockingham race while leading. Just trying to hold that top 10 from Ray. Ray already has a win at Trenton. Pretty sure that's his only win. Yeah, it is. Luke Rainey started 20th. He's all the way back in 12th right now. These guys are going. These two. Alexander Rowe does know how to run this track, definitely. Showed that off in the first race here. Got some battles going on up here, though, as Roger Ray did get around Ben Crouch for the 10th position. I'm assuming off turn 1 right there, and he's going for 8th too, it looks like. As Eric Monaco got around Jake Hoover. That's going up into 9th now. Now Ben Crouch might push Jake Hoover out of the top 10. Adam Lewis looking underneath Virgil and Alonso for the 3rd position. Adam Lewis definitely has not had the best season. I always say how he really is the unlucky driver, and you know, when I say that, I really mean it. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's flipped over the most out of everyone else. He flipped over at Indianapolis, flipped over at Hillside, he flipped over at Ricky. In fact, he might have flipped over at Rockingham, too. The last time I went here is Johnny Garner, now looking inside of him. And back to the leader. Jeremiah Kenton, I expect Caleb can have like a 1 second lead at this point, but Jeremiah Kenton's been able to hold on. Or at least not fall a second behind. He is a second ahead, 3rd right now. Yeah, it looks like he might actually jump up to a 2nd next lap here, because it went up a couple of hundredths, like a 10th right there. A 100th, I don't know. I think it's a 10th. then 100th, and then 1,000th. Still not 1 second behind, but basically there. John Gilbert back there. Roger Ray's on the move as he just got around Ridley Spurley too. Roger Ray looking really good right now. Still on board with him. Could have won here. Could have won here, but just couldn't get it done. Well, I mean, Luke Rainey, who was a lap down car, ended up blowing an engine right in front of him. And he got caught up in that, and he got into the back of him, and then they just wrecked. Roger Ray, too much damage. I think he was able to continue in the race, but I just don't think he was a lap down or something. Ridley Spurley tube going around Johnny Gardner. I think Johnny Gardner passed him before. Roger Ray going for 5th now. He'll get 5th. Roger Ray is on a move. He's going to go for 4th, too. And 3rd. Look at that. All on the... On turn 3, he went for 5th, and on the front straight, he went all the way to 3rd. That 29 is on a mission. No, he still isn't the fastest car on the racetrack. In fact, he's, I don't know where he is. He's all the way. I don't know. Can't find him. I mean, he's somewhere in here. Oh, 14th fastest. Yeah, still not the fastest car on the racetrack. Jay Jefferson's gone into the top 10. But Caleb Campbell now has a 2nd lead. Jonathan Rains has started 4th on the outside. He's dropped all the way back to the rear. That is not good for Rains. A really good qualifying run. You got 2 people trying to fight, trying to get a chase spots, trying to hang on to their chase spots for all the way back here, and that's not very good for them. And you got 2 winners, 2 Roger Racing cars that are also winners, Nick Smith and Michael Canto, so they're okay. Got Matt Montoya, another winner, and then you got Tyler Lyman also fighting for a chase spot. But not much you can do. It's the 29 and the 00 have been catching the 17. In fact, they've closed the gap by quite a bit. And it looks like the 00 has been following the 29 as here he goes. Roger Ray to the inside. Jermaine Kenson here. Roger Ray, like I said, looking for redemption from the last race here. But so is Caleb Campbell, who is now leading by 2 seconds. But I think that 29 could be able to. I think that 29 should be able to close the gap. I think. Let's see. Well, if that 00 doesn't get in his way, because John Gilbert trying to go inside of him, might actually be able to do that. That isn't good for him. John Gilbert trying to lead the way. Yeah, they're still fighting down the back stretch. I think he should be able to clear him off. He will. How fast? John Gilbert, he's 8 fastest, so he's actually faster than Ray. He jumped pretty far away. And Jeremiah Kenson also 4th fastest, but still not looking the best right now. And John Gilbert now going to be hunting down that 46 car. Could have won Dover. He had the pole, and then under caution while they're slowing down, Jay Jefferson was around in turn number 1. They hit into him along with a couple other people like Julius Anderson. Could have also won that race at Dover. And Alexander Rowe ended up. There's John Gilbert did get the pole at Dover after flipping over in qualifying and then getting the pole shortly after a new car. That's one of the strangest things that's happened this season. But yeah, he's in that National Guard 00 Chevy, and he's working on catching that 46. As the laps have definitely been flying here. So we're already 31 laps into this. I'm not too sure when halfway is. I think it's 50. I think 50's halfway. I think. I mean, probably not, but I'm just gonna say it is. And 10 to go should be like 80, 78, 79, I don't know. I think halfway is 49, but since it's always like a lap ahead, I think it's 50. Yeah, that should be halfway, I think. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say 49 is halfway. That's easier. I'm pretty sure it's 50, but it is 50. Okay. As yeah, John Gilbert is definitely closing in on that 46 car as the tires are starting to wear down. I'm not too sure when pit stops are. They're going through the corners here. Oh, well, speaking of pit stops, Caleb Campbell coming down pit road. See his car down there. Eric Monaco also coming down pit road. Let's take a look as John Gilbert now going to lead a lap. But let's take a look at what the pit strategy for this 46 team is. Watch out. Started in the 3rd position. Slow down to get around that 45 car. Gotta go into pit roads here. Let's see what the strategy is. Looks like it's 2 tires. At least some tires. Looks like it's gonna be 4 tires for the 46 team. And 4 tires of fuel, which is basically the strategy, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have at least one more pit stop, as I believe the 00 should be down pit road. Yeah, here comes everyone down pit road. Everyone came down. Roger Ray's down. What's that 00 at? This 00 still hasn't came down pit road, as Isaac Nichols also didn't come down pit road. He's in 2nd because of that, but I think I just saw him coming down pit road. And yep, let's take a look at John Gilbert's pit strategy as he comes down pit road. And maybe he can come out as the leader. Maybe not. You never know. 1 mile track, definitely not the biggest track in the world, Rockingham. And here he goes into his pit stall. Let's take a look. I'm assuming 4 tires, much like Caleb Campbell, unless they want to play some strategy and take 2, but yeah, 4 tires and fuel for John Gilbert. Let's see if he can get off pit road fast enough, because Caleb Campbell is there. Off pit road right behind his teammate. I think I don't know if he got past yet. Here you go. Here comes off pit road. Did he get past? I think he got past. I think he got past. Yeah, he did. Oh, he lost a ton of positions. I don't know if that was a slow pit stop or what. That was, yeah. But now Caleb Campbell has a 3-second lead over Riley Spurley-Tube right now. Eric Monaco in 3rd. And, yeah, Luke Rainey got up to 6th after pit stop. Kevin Welch Jr. got up to 7th. Actually, John Gilbert, who was in 2nd, fallen all the way back to 9th now. Alexander Rose in the top 10. There's Quinn Moore only in 12th. 45 might be catching, as now we're going to start seeing lap traffic come into play here. Definitely, Keith Scott has a problem on pit road. That's definitely not what he needed. Started outside pole. I think he has a problem on pit road. That is not good for his point situation. He's 4 laps down in last. As a couple people lap down. Pit stops. A lot of them. Yeah, Caleb Campbell leading by 3 seconds right now over the 45 car Riley Spurley-Tube, who was gaining on him, but now isn't gaining on him. I'm not too sure. Lap traffic is hard to get around, as these guys got a straight line in front of them of about 5 lap cars. Yeah, 46 is going to add more to it, of course. Yeah, the 08, definitely not what he needs. Did not need to finish last, because if you finish last in 42nd, or if you finish 41st, you don't get any points. Don't even get 1 point, which 40th gets, but definitely not what he needs if he wants to stay in that chase. And yeah, I don't think He might be out of the chase bubble, for all I know, but we are approaching halfway. I'm pretty sure we should have one more round of pit stops before this race is over. It's Caleb Campbell. They've been caution free so far. Caleb Campbell hanging on to the lead ever since he got it from Jordan Kenton. Al Agassi, who started 10th all the way back in 19th. Dave Jefferson fell back a bit to 25th. DJ Hanley gained a bit and jumped up to 23rd. Got some people got good fortune, some people got bad fortune. Luke Rainey, one of them, I guess. Cameron Wart Jr., definitely one of them. He jumps all the way up to 7th. He wasn't, I don't think he was in the top 20 for pit stops, and he jumps up all the way up to 7th. And for his Florida Racing Incorporated team. There he is right there. You know, he belongs with all the, it looks like he belongs with all the lap cars, but you know, he's up there. Meanwhile, his teammate, Ben Crouch in 13th, fell out of the top 10, but whatever. His Riley Spurgeon cutting down on the time on the gap a little bit, not by too much though. Riley Spurgeon's best finish, 2nd at Kentucky. Yeah, but he won't be the first person to get two runner-up finishes and no wins. Over to Barrows, got 2nd at Michigan, and then he proceeded to get 2nd at Dover. And he hasn't been doing too good in the points. He was like 16th in points at one point. Just fell out because he couldn't perform. Well, I mean, he's in that Team Walmart Racing equipment, which did win at Old Spice. Eric Conmill did get the win for the team at Old Spice in the 65 car. He hasn't qualified for the last 2 races. Hasn't qualified. I don't think he's qualified for any of the races after he's won yet. So, yeah, but that gap isn't really expanding, but it's not closing in too much either. It's been around the 3-second mark this entire time, basically. Caleb Campbell still leading here at the Rock. We are halfway. We just passed it. And, yeah, halfway. Which also means we're approaching 10 laps to go, so that's also something. Caleb Campbell going around the track. Still leading. Trying to get his team their 4th win of the year. They've got all 3 of their drivers, and all 3 of his drivers, himself, Monaco, and Hoover, all have wins this year. Jake Hoover won the first race at Daytona. Monaco won the 2nd race at Michigan, and then Campbell won at Talladega later in the year. Now he's trying to get their 4th win, and also trying to get himself his 2nd win this season. He's looking pretty good. As Roger Ray's gone around Riley Spurley too for 2nd. That's something. Been caution free. Not caution free. We've been caution free this entire race so far. It wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't even be the 2nd time we had a caution free race. We had our first caution-free race when Roger Ray won at Trenton, and then at Road America, we at Michael Anderson, when Michael Anderson won, no cautions there, and I'm pretty sure our Trenton last Trenton, when we went to Trenton the 2nd time for race 19, I think there was a caution. Well, if there wasn't, then this could be the 4th different race to have no cautions in it, or the 3rd if there was cautions in that Trenton race. I'm not too sure. Actually, yeah, there was a caution in that Trenton race. There, Quinn Moore hit the slid all the way to the inside wall, and there was a 5-car wreck near the back of the field. So yeah, there was a caution. So if They do caution-free, and this race would be the third different caution-free race. Look at that, Luke Rainey up the third. Last race's winner has the all-time high of 5 wins this season in the chase that not even started. And perhaps he could be going for a 6th as he passed Alexander Rose 4, last week, of course. The approach, 10 to go, a couple laps, going to 20 laps. 20 laps, you're going to have like 10 to go, so I still think we're going to have it. I think we're going to have one more round of pit stops, so Caleb Campbell's just got to survive that, and he's led a ton of laps. He's definitely led the most laps. So he's definitely going to get that 5-point bonus. He can get a more than 100-point bonus if he can lead all the rest of the laps and get the win, because that's 40 points for winning, 5 points for leading the most laps, and I'm pretty sure he's led around, he's about to lead around 50 laps now. So yeah, you can get if he leads the rest of the laps, you can get a 100-point bonus, more than 100 points, a little over it, like 120, 30-point bonus. Well, not bonus, but you can get 130 points after this race is done. And that'd also be his second win, and become the third different driver to get 2 wins this season. Only 2 have done that were Alexander Rowe and Luke Rainey so far, Powers Racing Cars. So basically, this entire season, it's been looking like it's going to be Powers Racing versus Caleb Campbell Motorsports, but, I mean, can't really count out Anderson Racing either. They've got Johnny Garner. He's been consistent all season, up in the top 10 points. I'm pretty sure he should be able to make the chase. Surprised Garner has not won yet. He could have won Old Spice if he didn't jump the restart. He could have won Rockingham last time we went here. Just so close, yet so far, so many times. He could have won the All-Star race, but we don't like to talk about the All-Star race. But Roger Ray's closed the gap to 1 second. I didn't even realize that. It's only 1 second off. Oh. Not sure what's happening with... Oh, pit stops. Yeah, okay, so we are going to have one more round of pit stops. I was wondering, oh, is that pit stops? So, yeah, it is pit stops. Caleb Campbell coming down pit road now. Gonna put Alexander Rowe for a lap down for a second there. There's Ray, who's in second, who closed the gap to 1 second, so... Well, we'll see. Hopefully, Caleb Campbell's just gotta hope he's the leader coming off pit road here. He taking 4 tires, it looks like. 4 tires and fuel for Caleb Campbell, and that should be enough for the entire race, as he is off pit road now. He just got to get in front of that. Got to get off in front of that 29 car. There's Luke Rainey, who actually came out in front of Roger Ray. Luke Rainey came out in front of Ray. Now Luke Rainey's in second, trying to go 2 in a row. Which, that would be something. That would definitely be something. I'm not too sure how I would feel about that, though. I mean, that's 6 wins in the chase. I think it's started. He doesn't want to use up all his stuff before the chase even starts, though. Either. And Rainey's just good driver and good equipment. Kind of like Martin Truex Jr. And in fact, he's sponsored by Furniture Row, so yeah, basically, Roger Ray fell back quite a bit. Is Caleb Campbell the leader? Oh wait, yeah, okay. John Gilbert still hasn't came down pit road yet, along with Isaac Nichols and those guys up there. And now he's just got to have around, get in front of that 00. He should be the leader. And, it didn't work out too well for Gilbert last time. I think he should be able to hold that #1 spot. Coming off pit road, at least. Well, coming on the backstretch. In fact, I'm sure. In fact, I'm pretty sure he already passed the 00 on pit road. I'll take a look. Yeah, he's only now he's coming off pit road. I don't think it was 2 laps down. I think Campbell has the lead. Luke Rainey's right there. Yeah, Caleb Campbell does have the lead, and Luke Rainey is right there. Alex NROL and Luke Rainey both 1-2 fastest. Alex NROL apparently faster than Rainey, but important news is that Luke Rainey's faster than Caleb Campbell. Caleb Campbell's got to hang on for his life to get his 2nd win of the season here. Gonna try Jeremiah Kenton back up to 3rd. That's good for him. Take Crotch back into the top 10 too. Caleb Campbell's just gotta hold on. Hope he can hold off that 48 car for his 2nd win of the season, or that 48 could get his 6th win of the season. Luke Rainey looking to have I think Jeff Gordon has the most wins of a season. I think he got 12 wins. Luke Rainey looking to have a similar season to that, Caleb Campbell just try to hold off that 48 cars. He does have a bit of a gap in between him and Rainey. Just gotta hold him off in that Snickers 46 Chevy. When Roger Ray gets around Jeremiah Kenton for 3rd, right there. Auction to roll up to 7th right there. It's coming around the corners. Can Caleb Campbell hang on? Get the win? Also, wonder if Luke Rainey could maybe possibly catch up to Alex NROL's points lead in the fight in these next 4 races. I'm not too sure if it's possible, as Rose leading by about 200 almost 100 points over 2nd. To get that much, you have to win 3 races if you want to catch up to him. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to do that unless he does win 3 races. And while he wins 3 races, Alex NROL finishes last 3 times while he's winning those races too. He's also got to get around Monaco though, who's leading. I think there's a 200 point gap between the points leader and 3rd, which Luke Rainey is 3rd. I'm not too sure, but Caleb Campbell's been able to actually expand the gap between him and Rainey as we are approaching 10 laps to go. Caleb Campbell's looking pretty good. Trying to get redemption from, the last time we went here. Of course, when he got caught up in that wreck. Luke Rainey also DNF'd in that race too. He was all the way in the back of the field, and he blew a motor and wrecked Roger Ray when he was leading. A lot of cars lap down. John Gilbert, pit strategy did not work. He fell all the way back to 22nd. Same with Virgil over Alonso. That is unfortunate for Alonso. He was looking to have a good day for once. And Moore fell back a bit. Austin Rogers was able to climb all the way up to 20th, so that's good for him. Johnny Garner's fallen off a bit, though. He's all the way back in 16th. Same with Julie Sanderson, too. He's all the way in 19th as he was. He wasn't looking like he was going to get a good finish as we were about to hit 10 to go. Kevin Rourke Jr. still looking to have a good day today. He is last in points. He's been like that for like past 5 races. I'm not too sure. And I'm right there. Now Caleb Campbell has a 1-second lead as we hit 10 laps to go. Can Campbell hang on to get a second win of the season? As it's looking like he should be able to. I'm pretty sure fuel's enough to make to the end. If not, then John Kilmer might win, but I'm pretty sure they all have. Yeah, they should have enough fuel to make it to the end. Shouldn't be fuel mileage, but Campbell leading. Just trying to hold off the 48 as he got 48 is closing a bit as he kind of got held up on these slow cars. 48 closing a little bit. Definitely not going to help when Isaac Nichols is trying to pass him, though. Isaac Nichols trying to get his lap back, it would appear. Campbell's kind of been being held up by these slower cars right here. That is not good, as the 07 who's bringing the 48 with him is catching him. But now Isaac, ow. Oh, jeez. Isaac Nichols actually going to pass Luke Rainey, and that's not good for Rainey. Like, now he's got to, now that car just quit. Himself and just cleaned it. But yeah, the 46 is getting kind of caught up with these lap cars right here. Jeff Toledo and Matt Montoya are going Alonso in the mixes. Now he's going to start trying to pass him. Isaac Nichols is looking pretty good right now, but he's not contending for the win. He does already have a win this season, even though he's not going for points because he is a part-time driver and also a race away driver at the same time. I think we got 5 laps to go. It's Caleb Campbell right now. Campbell's put a ton of lap cars in between him and Luke Rainey. As he blows up, I think he's got this one in the bag. Caleb Campbell got his first win of the season at Talladega. Of course, to lock himself into the chase, so he's all good there, and got his entire team inside the chase, locked into it. And then, here he is, race 21, almost about 11 races after. I think Talladega was the 10th race, so 11 races after that. Here he is leading at Rockingham. He could have won first Rockingham race. I've said that many times already. Could have won it, just not able to. But yeah, 3 laps to go. Isaac Nichols is on a mission right now. He's trying to get his lap back before the race is over, and he's got a pretty good car. But yeah, here it is. It's looking real good for Caleb Campbell. 2 laps to go for Campbell. I think he should be able to hold on to get the win. As we haven't used this camera angle the entire race long, I'm pretty sure we've just been using the PV camera 1. Take a look at spectator. As Caleb Campbell is going to take the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Campbell to get his second win of the season. 2-second lead over Luke Rainey. It's looking real good. Down the back stretch. You stay in spectator. Coming around turn 3 and coming off turn number 4. Caleb Campbell, is Isaac Nichols get his lap back? I don't know, but Caleb Campbell is going to win at Rockingham. And I think Isaac Nichols got his lap back. He was on a mission. Let's see. Isaac Nichols did get his lap back. Wow. Nichols was on a mission to get his lap back, and he did it. Caleb Campbell going to get the win at Rockingham. Redemption for the last time he went here. He will get his second win of the season here at the Rock. We'll be back with finishing results. And here are your finishing results. Caleb Campbell wins from the 3rd position. Leads 77 laps. Definitely going to get more than 100 points. And he also leads the most laps, of course. Yeah, and that's 40 points plus 77 plus 5 right there. That's a lot of laps. Like Luke Rainey comes up short to going back-to-back. At second. And 6 wins. That 6th win is going to have to wait a bit. Roger Ray, good run. Could have been a win, but good run. For him, gets a third. Riley Spurley tube gets a fourth. Definitely good run for those guys. Alexander Rowe, fifth. Somehow gets the top 5 out of that. That's good for Rowe to keep his points lead. Jeremiah Kenson, sixth. Good run from the pole. Able to hold on to that top 10, so that's good for him. But, I mean, he is already locked into the chase, so that's Eric Mako, seventh. Yeah, probably good for him to hang on to second in points, I guess. But only the points leader coming into the chase gets a 15-point bonus into the first round. So I guess Mako's got to start having to work if he wants to get to that points lead. Jake Hoover, eighth. Ben Crouch, ninth. He's been having good runs lately, and that's definitely what he needs if he wants to stay in that chase and contend for a championship. And Eli Bright, 10th, for hasn't had the best luck these past couple races, but yeah, Eli Bright, 10th. John Gilbert came all the way back to finish 14th, and Isaac Nichols worked so hard to get back in the lead lap, and there was a photo finish between him and Campbell, and he nosed ahead to get in the lead lap, so that's good for Nichols, and finishes 23rd, which is a good run for a part-time driver, even though he does have a win this season, so it's definitely not the best he can do. But Keith Scott finishes last. It looks like he came back on track eventually. Definitely not what he needs to stay in that chase. It's definitely unfortunate. I'm not too sure if he's going to be inside the bubble anymore after this. Jonathan Rains fell all the way back to 33rd after starting 4th. Fell back pretty early. I mean, at least he didn't finish like last or anything. But yeah, I'll be back with points. And here are points after 21 races of 36. Alex NROL still the points leader, but Eric Mako still second. But surprisingly, Caleb Campbell jumps up to third. Luke Rennie falls back a bit. So yeah, with that win, Caleb Campbell got a lot of points and jumped up to third. Yeah, and on the bubble right now, right outside of it, Keith Scott, and right ahead of it, John Gilbert. Oh, Kanto doesn't count. He's already locked in. So, yeah. Those are your points after 21 races, and I'll see you next time for the 22nd race of the season, the Cobalt 400 at Las Vegas. So I'll see you then.